Once upon a time, in the vibrant heart of Hollywood, two legendary comedians, Katt Williams and Eddie Griffin, found themselves at the center of a whirlwind of laughter and controversy. For years, Eddie had boldly claimed that wearing a dress on stage could break barriers and challenge norms in the comedy world. Many dismissed it as a gimmick, but Katt, a close friend and fellow comic, had always found wisdom in Eddie's unconventional approach. One evening, during a packed comedy festival, Katt decided to take a leap of faith. With Eddie cheering him on from the front row, he stepped onto the stage wearing a stunning, shimmering dress. The audience gasped, unsure of what to expect. Katt took a deep breath and began his set. "Y'all ever seen a man in a dress and thought, 'What in the world?'" he quipped, twirling playfully. The audience erupted in laughter. Katt had a gift for finding humor in the unexpected, and this was no different. He used the moment to tackle societal norms about masculinity and self-expression, weaving in personal anecdotes that resonated with everyone. As he continued, Katt's confidence grew. He spoke about the struggles of authenticity in a world that often demanded conformity. "Wearing this dress? It ain't about the fabric, it's about breaking free from the chains of expectation." His words struck a chord and laughter turned into applause. People were on their feet, clapping not just for the jokes, but for the message. By the end of his set, Katt had transformed the initial shock into a powerful statement of liberation. Eddie stood, proud and beaming, knowing his friend had taken a bold step that echoed his own philosophy. After the show, fans approached Katt, thanking him for inspiring them to embrace their true selves, regardless of society's judgment. In the days that followed, clips of Katt's performance went viral. People from all walks of life shared their stories of wearing something unexpected, be it a dress, a bold hairstyle, or simply being unapologetically themselves. Katt and Eddie became symbols of courage, encouraging others to step outside their comfort zones. Eventually, Katt reflected on that night, realizing that Eddie had been right all along. Wearing a dress wasn't just a comedic choice, it was a powerful form of self-expression that could spark change. The bond between the two comedians deepened as they continued to push boundaries and redefine what it meant to be a performer in the modern world. In the end, Katt Williams didn't just wear a dress, he wore his heart on his sleeve, proving that true comedy comes from authenticity and courage. Eddie Griffin smiled knowingly, proud to have inspired his friend to break free and show the world that laughter knows no bounds. Katt and Eddie were invited to several talk shows, where they shared their insights on humor, identity, and the power of self-expression. Each appearance was a masterclass in wit, with Eddie often playfully nudging Katt to dive deeper into the conversation about breaking stereotypes. One evening, during an interview on a popular late-night show, Katt shared a poignant story from his childhood. "You know," he began, "when I was a kid, I always felt different. I loved to dance and perform, but I also felt the weight of expectations, like I had to fit into a mold. It wasn't until I wore that dress that I realized the freedom in being myself." The host, taken aback, leaned in, captivated by Katt's vulnerability. Eddie chimed in, "That's the essence of comedy. It's about reflecting the truth of who we are, even if it means being a little outrageous." The audience erupted in applause, and Katt couldn't help but smile. He felt a sense of community forming around their message, a shared understanding that humor could be a vehicle for deeper conversations about identity and acceptance. As their message gained traction, Katt and Eddie decided to organize a charity event called Laughter Unleashed. They envisioned a night of comedy, music, and art celebrating diversity and self-expression. The event was set to take place at a historic theater in downtown Los Angeles, and they invited a lineup of diverse performers, including stand-up comedians, drag artists, and musicians. On the night of the event, the theater was packed, buzzing with excitement. Katt stepped on stage wearing a vibrant, eye-catching outfit that blended elements of traditional menswear with a flair of feminine grace. He looked out at the sea of faces, each one eager to share in this celebration. "Tonight, we're not just laughing, we're breaking barriers together," he declared, igniting the crowd's energy. Throughout the evening, each performer brought their unique style and voice. The atmosphere was electric, Laughter and cheers filled the air as the audience connected with the stories being told. Katt performed alongside Eddie, who donned an extravagant costume that mirrored Katt's look. Their playful banter and chemistry captivated everyone, showcasing the beauty of friendship and shared vision. As the night progressed, Katt introduced a segment dedicated to stories of courage and resilience. Audience members were invited to share their own journeys of self-acceptance and the role comedy played in their lives. One young woman stepped forward, her hands trembling with emotion. "I used to hide who I was," she said, "but after seeing Katt in that dress, I found the courage to embrace my own identity." Tears filled her eyes, and the crowd erupted in support, creating a powerful moment of connection. The event concluded with a grand finale, a medley of performances celebrating love and individuality. Katt and Eddie joined the stage, arms raised in triumph. "This is just the beginning," Katt shouted. "Let's keep breaking down walls and spreading laughter." In the weeks that followed, Laughter Unleashed gained attention, not just for its entertainment, but for its message of acceptance and love. Katt and Eddie were invited to speak at schools and community centers, using humor to address issues like bullying, self-esteem, and the importance of embracing one's true self. Through laughter, they inspired a generation to feel empowered in their identities. Katt's journey had come full circle, from a young boy feeling out of place to a man using his platform to uplift others. He often reflected on Eddie's initial words about wearing a dress, now seeing it as a symbol of courage and authenticity. Together, they proved that comedy could be a powerful force for change, a way to challenge perceptions, and ultimately, a means to unite people from all walks of life. And as Katt stood in front of audiences, he knew that the laughter they shared was not just about the jokes, but about the freedom to be unapologetically themselves.